After I got the X-rays and they came back negative, and I was just ready to go. Got shot up and felt great, and it's my left shoulder, so I'm ready to go.
Coach,
I felt the bump, so I didn't really know what it was or how serious it was. It hurt enough to not be able to keep playing, so I knew it wasn't great, but glad that it's not too serious.
Will, when C-Rod is going like he was going tonight, how much fun is that to watch from the quarterback position?
Oh, it's literally so much fun to watch. I mean, to have that point of view, just to see him get into the second level and flat out making guys look silly, like it's so cool. And I'm taught not to look back after I hand off the ball. Sometimes it's hard not to, though, when he's working the way he is. And shout out to him and the offensive line. They got the game ball tonight, deservedly so. And it's great to have Chris back working like he is.
You brought up the offensive line. How would you assess their play tonight?
Excellent. I mean, not too many pressures, and they got it done in the run game, obviously, especially Deandre Buford coming in and replacing an injured Jeremy Flax. He's been working his tail off, and for him to come in and execute was huge for us.
Well, could you sense the energy in the stadium when you ran back out?
Yeah, it was cool. I didn't realize that it was right on the extra point, and when they scored, I knew that they'd scored, but I was coming out, and it was cool to kind of see the fans react the way they did, and I think that was a good spark for the team for sure.
Does it feel different to come back out right after they scored?
Yeah, I mean, it's just weird. Like, it's just to run back onto the field as they're kicking an extra point, but it was just time to go to work once I came back. It worked out well that I didn't have to wait too long on the sidelines. We just were ready to go right after that.
Well, what did you see on the throw to Crowdus, which was a huge play?
Yeah, so they were zeroing us out, and there's something we prepared about all week. They in and out their man coverage on that side. We countered and motioned him back. When we countered him back, I think there was some sort of miscommunication. They both came down on Dingle, and they just let the kill loose. And I was just praying that he caught it because I just put so mumuch air on it because there was nobody back there and he wasn't looking quite yet. And so glad that he had the awareness to make the play. And should have scored though. I was busting his chops for that. But no, excellent play by him, good awareness, and so glad I was able to recognize that and make that play.
You've taken a lot of hits this year, just physically. How much do you need this bye week? And are you concerned at all about kind of the mounting toll of all those hits?
Yeah, it's awesome. We need this as a whole team. We need some downtime. We need some time to get our bodies right. I'm gonna be doing about 10 hours of treatment every day for the next couple weeks, and but that's just how it is in football, and especially in the SEC when you're playing tough teams like this every single week. You're going to be banged up. You're not going to be feeling perfect at this time of the season, and that's just something we gotta just be prepared for going forward.
Well, how badly did this team just need a win after the past couple?
Yeah, I mean that was tough last week, especially for me to watch that and to not be able to really do anything about it. And once I realized I was going to be back in time for this week, the message was just to play relentlessly and to just go out and go balls to the wall, and we did. Controlled aggression. That was my message to the offense, controlled aggression, and we were able to capitalize on that with those penalties at the end of the game, those personal foul penalties. I'm glad that we didn't retaliate as much as we could have. But yeah, we just played hard, and I'm just so proud of us for that.
Define controlled aggression.
Huh?
Define controlled aggression.
Well, you want to play fired up. You want to play with intensity, but you don't want to play recklessly. So it's playing with a fiery mentality. It's playing just with a Warriors mentality, without getting outside of the scheme. And we did a good job of that tonight.
Well, you mentioned the crowd was going nuts when you came out. But can you feel the energy level on your team pick up when you come out?
Yeah, I mean, guys were coming up to me and telling me that they believed in me and that we were going to get this done. And I had all the confidence in the world that was going to happen, and it did. And just so glad that we were able to get the job done.
A couple more guys. Well, how about, it would have been easy.
We saw Jaquez, been out the last few weeks. How have you felt the guys behind him have stepped in his place?
They've done a wonderful job. I told them guys, they ready for anything, and they just, they accept the challenge every week, and they just come ready to work. They like veterans, they play around, but they are very mature, for like their age, and like they remind me of me when I was like that young, and it's good to see. The future is definitely bright, and I'm just excited to keep playing with those guys, and can't wait to get the Jaquez back.
Did that pick tonight remind you of the Citrus Bowl interception?
A little bit. Just a
Late in
little
the
bit.
game, seal the win?
Sometimes I know those things are gonna like come. I just got to be prepared for the moment. And I seen it happen.
Stoops mentioned just that felt like you guys' pride. You guys were hurting after last week. What was the key to just kind of wash that through this week, getting ready for the game?
Just going to every day and staying the course. We have goals, we have things that we want to accomplish, and sometimes you can get away, you can jerk, but once you center up and go back to attacking those goals, it looked like you did something different, but you just did the same thing that we've been planning to do all year.
2 years ago when they came here, there was only 10,000 people in the stands because of COVID. Tonight, there's 60, and Stoops said this place was going nuts. Could you imagine what it would have been like 2 years ago if you had 60,000 when you had 6 interceptions?
Man, that would have been crazy. I remember that night, but I don't even remember it being 10,000. That 10,000 felt like a packed out crowd. So, I mean, it definitely would have been special if we would have had them in 2020, but it definitely was special tonight also. And you can only say so much. It's so much you can say. Like the BBN shows up every time, no matter win, lose, or draw. I mean, I know they've been waiting for this moment. And, I'm happy, as a leader, to just continue to just work and just bring in W's and change the program. It makes everything even more special because I'm not from here, but I've been here for 5 years. It kind of feels like it. And just, look at the history, what they've been through. It's about time that we, change the program. And I'm just excited that, I could be a part of all this.
Is this a good time to have a bye week, get some guys healthy? And
it is a good time. I'm ready to play right now.
you want to get back out there?
Play, yeah. It's good to have a bye week, but I don't want to take too much time off. We still got a lot of stuff that we want to accomplish. But some guys definitely need the time off, and I think it'll be good. But, I'm on to the next game. I'm ready.
Some teams just match.
Were you cramping?
Oh my God. Listen, it was like I was on the verge of a really bad cramp. So I was like, I'm just coming out. Nah, I can't do it. But it was bad.
Chris, you've played games where you could clearly see you guys are wearing down the defense. Were you wearing them down in your mind in the second half?
I mean, I think so, but shout out to them. They're really good on defense. I feel like they were wearing me down at some point, but it is what it is. Jatan got in there. This close, it's like one missed tackle and I'm gone. But it didn't do quite me. So.
Chris, what was the mood like on the sideline when Will runs out of the locker room and the crowd goes crazy and he's coming back in the game?
Oh man, I mean, on the sideline we were like we're excited. But again, like I said last week, I think it was when Kaya got in. We got faith in Kaya. As you can see, he got in, completed a pass. There's no pressure for him. He's been in that situation before, so.
The offense kind of exploded after that point. Once he got back in, you guys responded with the Mississippi State touchdown. One of your own, I guess. What happened? What was that moment like?
Will. I felt like he came back in with a point to prove. I'm not soft. Neither is this offense. So he came in and we got it rolling.
Chris, on that 7-yard touchdown, on the last touchdown, it looked like you carried about 10 guys into the end zone. Yeah. What's that feel like when you're making a run like that?
I don't know. My guys are like, hey, go get it. That's all they told me. They said, go get it. Coach had me in there and went and got it. I didn't know I was carrying people. I thought it was the offensive line pushing me. So.
Well, that was happening too.
Yeah.
You mentioned the first 4 games. You just got a different look at the game as you were on the sidelines. Now, through these 3 games with you back in there, what's different with the offense?
I don't know if it's just trusting the run game more, but Coach believes in me. I don't know. The people in the running back room can get the job done. It's not just me. yeah, I might be the starter, but as you saw today, with Jatan and Smoke, them guys can get the job done.
Chris, you went over 3,000 yards for your career today. What does that number mean to you?
It means a lot. I wasn't thinking about it. I was looking at the Jumbotron. They put it up there. I'm like, why is everybody congratulating me? The game's not over yet. And then I look up and it's like, but it feels all right. Job's not done. We still got a lot more games left.
Do you still think you got a shot at the career record even after you missed the first 4 games?
That's the plan. But if I don't, I don't. It is what it is.
You mentioned that it feels all right, but what does it mean to have your family and also your high school coach here to see that moment?
Yeah, it means a lot. I didn't know I was going to do that today. I guess my coach gave me his kid. He's my good luck. So, I guess it was good, but my family's been texting me too, so I don't know what they're saying, but it feels good for me. Probably them too. So.
Chris, after Mississippi State jumps that screen and scores the touchdown, they cut it to 3. You guys had a couple of tough weeks. Mm-hmm. All the momentum shifts to their side. What did it say about you guys that you responded the way you did?
I don't think it shifted to them. BBM was crazy tonight, if you couldn't tell. They made that play. We came to the sideline, hey, stay composed, man. We're better than these guys. We know we are. Let's go get the job done.
What was it like at halftime in the locker room?
It was good. I wasn't in there for the most part. I was with the trainers, but when I came in there, they were like, hey, let's get the job done. Everybody knew we could get it done. We knew we were the better team. We just had to go out and do it.
With this being Rich's first year, how do you feel like you two are settling into sort of a rhythm with each other?
It's a good question. He trusts me. When I first met him, he said, dude, I came here because of you, and I knew what you could do. And, after that, when the game started going on, even when I wasn't playing, I would go up to his office, and we kind of built a relationship. He trusts me.
When he says something like,